Hey, तो अंदर क्यों है बे?
मर्डर। तू?
बराबरी। और तू?
ये पिज्जा को रिसाइकल नहीं किया।
Recently, Andrew Tate got arrested because of Greta Thunberg and 2 pizza boxes. What is going on? Before delving into his arrest, let's look at how he got here. From becoming the most searched person on Google to getting arrested by the Romanian government while eating a pizza at his house. You see, past behavior is the best predictor of the future behavior. And Andrew's past is highly resonating with his present. Andrew began his stints in London, where he started kickboxing and eventually moved into the world of cam girls and casinos. However, we don't want to delve too deep into Andrew's previous business ventures because they involve lots of porn and gambling, and we want to keep our videos as accessible as possible. Although things changed for him when his casino business was shut down due to the pandemic, because this was gonna be the start of Andrew's social media rise. Andrew's YouTube career actually began all the way in 2016, where he used to use his platform to voice his opinions on various topics. As he grew, Andrew started to see that his toxic opinions were becoming increasingly popular among his audience. Most of his opinions were radical and influenced his audience into believing in them, his audience being primarily broke 18 to 25-year-old boys. It built him a huge distribution for him to sell. This is when he launched his own shows, his podcasts, which quickly gained hundreds and thousands of subscribers. After his distribution was fully set, Andrew then launched Hustler University, a self-improvement course for men. This course was primarily targeted at young, lonely men. It includes everything from extremely bad financial advice to how to do a push-up. Now, to make people to join his course, Andrew resorted to using unethical and borderline illegal methods to promote this course, which made him lots and lots of money. His approach was very simple. He was the face of the product, and he wanted to be famous to be able to promote the product being his course. The easiest way to go about this was get lots of views. And how do you get lots of views? Controversy. He decided to do a ton of interviews and went off ton of shows and started giving his opinions. His opinions on all topics were so polarizing, extreme, and controversial that it got him banned from multiple platforms. But this ban made Andrew realize something weird. He saw the more he got cancelled on social media platforms, his haters grew. But so did his cult-like fan base, resulting him becoming even more popular on platforms like TikTok. So to fuel his growth on TikTok, he went even more extreme and radical. But the question comes, why?
नमस्कार साथियों, मैं एंड्रू टेट ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि एक खुशहाल जिंदगी के लिए एक साथी होना बहुत आवश्यक है। व्यूज ही नहीं आ रहा है यार। देखो, एज अ मैन तुम्हें मसल वसल बना के इंडिपेंडेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है यार। थोड़ा व्यूज आ रहा है। ये औरत लोग ना व्यूज आ रहे हैं, मस्त।
Well, for any business to succeed, there are 2 important factors: timing of the product and the story behind the product. You see, in 21 and 22, there was a rise of anti-feminism wing, and all of a sudden, Andrew Tate and his opinions that were extremely radical found a fit with thousands of young and naive boys all across the world. Although this was very good for Andrew and his business, this is extremely dangerous and unethical, as all his claims and information were more or less anti-truth. Next comes the story. A story is a very important tool for you to be able to sell a product. In fact, people don't really buy a product. In reality, they buy the story. If you take a look at Nike, for example, they sell you a story which is about perseverance and attempt and trying and just do it. Currently, in the business world, the CAC is the highest it has ever been. So to avoid competing with million others by running ads, he started affiliate marketing. He basically said, I want everyone to see my message. So these podcasts that I've been doing for the last 7 to 8 years, watch them and clip out the content and post them and get views. Every single time you post content, in the description or in the caption, put a link to my course. Every time somebody joins using that link, you will get a kickback. And this is why you keep seeing these Andrew Tate, Sigma Male, Grindset, Mindset videos everywhere. Because these videos are created by people who are trying to make money through this. So all the reviews you see online about the course, about the Hustler University 2.0, most of them are by the people who are incentivized to sell this course to you. They are all fake. But it can't just be his marketing gimmicks that got him over 150,000 people to buy his course, making him $8 million. You see, to run a course successfully, you need three very strong things: content, community, and marketing. And this is coming from people who have run cohorts for ages in the past and are still running the biggest editing cohort in India. Andrew delivered on the last two, his marketing work and community. But the first main option, the actual content, well, that just doesn't exist. He sold his members the same dropshipping business, copywriting business, and how to do push-ups or crypto or stocks. The entire content is extremely vague, useless, and barely has any insight. And they make this story even more legit by associating themselves with the best athletes in the world. Here, Andrew's story was making money requires understanding of the secret sauce, the knowledge you don't even know exists. And this story is a super common phenomenon where you target young naive boys. You come to them, you tell them your story, wrapped up in motivation and self-improvement. And this is not even the first time this has happened. Tai Lopez did it with running ads about his Lamborghini that he rented. Dan Bilzerian did it with his crazy yacht and wild lifestyle, which he loaned. Liver King did it with his secret sauce, which was steroids. What I'm trying to say is not every single rich social media influencer who is selling you motivation actually cares about you. Regardless, coming back to Andrew.
So हम लोग ने नया कोर्स लॉन्च किया है, हसलर यूनिवर्सिटी 2.0, एंड इससे आप असली हसलर बन सकते हो।
ओ, इसमें वो AevyTV वाला प्लेसमेंट्स भी मिलेगा?
नहीं, लड़की मिलेगा।
Meanwhile,
एंड्रॉइड का नया कोर्स आया है और इसमें अफिलिएट मार्केटिंग भी है। क्या मस्त है यार, ये ले खरीदते चल।
His story was simple. I am a super rich guy who at one point was dirt poor. But I am now a millionaire, and the way I did this was knowing about this secret sauce. You want in? Here is link to my course. The way Andrew marketed this whilst increasing the margin upon this course was avoiding something we call a CAC, or cost of customer acquisition. Cost of customer acquisition basically means the amount of money a company spends on ads to acquire its customers. Now, all of this brings us to present day. Andrew Tate, who was banned from multiple social media platforms, including Twitter, was unbanned from the platform by Elon Musk after Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter. Andrew put out a video bragging about his carbon emissions aimed at Greta Thunberg, a 19-year-old environment activist. In the video, Tate brings out two pizza boxes and tells the person off screen to make sure they're not recycled, as a dig at Thunberg's activism. Not long after that, on Thursday, Tate was arrested by the Romanian authorities in Bucharest as a part of a human trafficking investigation. By the time this video gets out, he probably will be out again and back to doing what he does best: get views and sell you his course, which will make him lots and lots of money. Look, wanting to improve one's own self is beautiful. Wanting to grow is something we all want. Hell, it's one of the biggest driving factors in my life. But be careful with who you trust, especially on social media.